In this week's chapter of One Piece, the Pound Man deflates and Sabo joins the fight. So anyway, Corey, I love this chapter of One Piece. I thought that Luffy becoming deflated and we're finding out his haki can recharge in 10 minutes is actually very cool because this fight needs some ups and downs. It's not going to be very interesting if Luffy just destroys Doflamingo the whole time. And we even said that, I think, in our last review. We were like, I'm excited about seeing Luffy struggle and get him pushed to the limits. Because, you know, when he did Gear 3rd, he would deflate into a child. And what the repercussions of this are, especially in the New World, haki is super important. And we're seeing that he cannot generate haki and he's all wobbly and can't do anything for 10 minutes. So that's an interesting twist. And I'm excited to see how that plays out. But what I'm really excited about, I know I'm jumping to the end of the chapter, is Sabo joining the fight.
Yes.
It could have been easy. Just throw Zoro in there and have him and Zoro fight. But we've seen that 1,000 times. What we're getting now is Sabo, Ace 2.0, or you call him Fake Ace. And we're seeing them join in the fight together against Jesus Burgess and Doflamingo.
Yes.
What do you think of this week's?
Oh, Jesus Burgess, dude. That's the best thing about this week's chapter. Yeah! Nobody fucks with the Jesus! Doflamingo versus Luffy. Like, this is a big battle. And the entire time, Doflamingo's just been getting knocked around, slammed into buildings. Hell, for most of this chapter, he is encased and crusted into a freaking wall before he decides to explode outward and completely freak out everyone. He's been waiting for his perfect moment to actually steal Luffy's devil fruit. And this is another huge mystery about the Blackbeard pirates, how they seem to have this special ability to steal devil fruit powers. And maybe that's because a large member of their group doesn't even have devil fruits. Like, as far as I know, Jesus Burgess really has no special powers outside the fact that he's basically just a big, strong luchador man. But still, I can only...
Frankie's version of their pirate crew. But of course, maybe he doesn't fix ships and stuff. And then the other thing I find really interesting about him is that he may just be really powerful. Or what I really meant to say is, the one thing I find really interesting about Doflamingo is him wearing sunglasses. You can never really tell how fucked up he is. Because, like... you know, when characters get really messed up, they either get the dark eyes with the lines on them, kind of like Luffy has, or they get the white eyes. But like Doflamingo with those fucking sunglasses, you can never really tell if he's even looking at you. Like when he was sitting there for half the chapter, like, you don't know if he's just like, I'm going to kill Straw Hat, or if he was really knocked out or anything. So I find like his character design is just so ominous. And it almost seems like Luffy... they've made comments that they've hurt each other up to this point. So obviously Doflamingo and Luffy are, you know, maxed out. But Doflamingo just never shows it.
No, ever. And that's a really great point that you bring up, the fact that he's wearing those sunglasses. We really don't know how much damage that he has truly sustained. And now that I think about it, have we ever seen Doflamingo without his sunglasses before? I don't think we have.
No, even as a kid.
And that's really weird.
He's like the Morpheus of that series.
Exactly.
No, well, Morpheus took off his sunglasses. That's a horrible reference.
Still, no, it's true. But what I really love about that, though, is just like, you know, when that does happen, it's clearly going to be a big deal. Like, when we finally do get the removal of his glasses, probably after Luffy just pounds his face in, because I don't know why he's just not, like, decking him constantly in the face. Like, remember that one scene from Avengers Age of Ultron where Hulkbuster had that weird, like, jackhammer punch? He needs to be doing
Go to sleep.
Exactly. He needs to be doing the same thing to Doflamingo, but still, Doflamingo isn't getting started, dude. I really think he's just been biding his time and waiting for the birdcage to actually close up a little bit more. I think he's, like, hell-bent on just destroying everything in Dressrosa. And I don't know how he's going to get out of that situation. Maybe his strings actually won't harm him. Maybe he'll just slip through some way. This might have something to do with his awakened devil fruit powers, which we still haven't seen, like, the full extent of what those are truly capable of, especially after last week's chapter.
Big, thick ropes. They weren't even, like, strings necessarily. They almost were like a wall, kind of a protective wall that he had, or like that were trying to grab him like a big tentacle or something. So I'm sure there's more to that. So it's Doflamingo's time to own the battle for a while.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm excited about seeing, because we're really getting the Straw Hats pushed to the limit for the first time. But one thing I wish I could see now is I want Zoro to do more, because he's not getting pushed to the limit.
Not really. You know, this whole Dressrosa arc has almost been like kind of a vacation for Zoro. You know, he got to have fun defeating Pika and everything.
Yes.
Now he's going to have to try and destroy this, like, undestroyable big string birdcage. And Zoro's all about destroying things with his sword, so I can't wait to see how that's going to play.
Especially things that are said not to be able to be destroyed.
Exactly. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, he's challenging himself. But I really think we've seen the extent of what Zoro is going to do in this arc. I really think maybe the next big battle is going to be Sabo versus Jesus Burgess. I don't want to see Jesus Burgess get taken out so easily, because if you remember back during Kurita Coliseum, Sabo just basically stole the entire show and made a fool out of Jesus Burgess. So this would be like
defeat him. He just snuck it away from everyone.
Yeah, basically.
He didn't prove his strength against those characters. Not that he needs to. He's super strong. But he just sort of, he was clever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, didn't he, like, wasn't he the one who completely destroyed Jesus Burgess' like, big armor and stuff, like, when they punched each other for that one time?
Yes.
So, this is kind of like, in a way, a rematch, I think, between these two characters. And I love the Blackbeard Pirates. I don't want to see them lose, and I want to see more of their powers and what they're truly capable of, because they're really big villains for the show. Like, I really can't wait to see what they're going to do, like, with the rest of this arc with the Blackbeard Pirates. Maybe some of the other members might show up. I don't know, but I'm really excited to see where this is going.
One of my favorite things about the Blackbeard Pirates is that they are probably one of the most ominous forces of the series. But at the same time, Oda has no problem making them look like fools.
Oh, yeah.
How many times have they been, like, their ass whooped? Never to the point where they were, like, gonna die, but, like, Whitebeard has made them look like shit. The guy in Impel Down made them look like shit. Luffy has made Blackbeard look like shit. Obviously, they trade blows, but, you know, like, that's what Blackbeard does. He's almost like a big, unbeatable punching bag that's okay looking like a fool. And so even Jesus Burgess is seeing that, you know? Because apparently you can mess with the Jesus.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, overall, I really like this chapter. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
I'm going to say 4 out of 5 as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to see Doflamingo own the battle for the next few times. And I think he's so injured and so kind of in the last, like, 25% of his power that maybe some of this fodder actually does slow him down for a while. Not that I have any misconception that that Gantz
the announcer from Korea Coliseum
is going to actually do anything. He's probably just going to sit there and make loud announcing, you know, statements the whole time
about every single fighter who's getting their ass kicked by Doflamingo.
You know, like right when he showed up. It's going to be interesting. Makes me really excited to be a One Piece fan. Love this chapter. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much our review. Please make sure and check us out on social media. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to, you can donate to the channel with our PayPal link, or you can buy something through our Amazon link, and that also helps us out. You don't really have to do anything different than just make purchases on Amazon. And also bookmark it as your Amazon link, so it'll happen every time, and you won't even have to think about it. We'd like to make it easy for you guys to support us. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Super Kami Guru. Oh, wait, wrong outro, Corey. My bad. Stay dandy, baby.